Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The coverage of the 2K continues. Good?
Yeah. Feeling great.
Sound like you were gonna.
What was the scene that we just watched before? Rise, baby. Grape G Fuel. Best.
Yeah. Shout out to Naslo, watching the stream, by the way. Bring the shotgun back. No balls. He won't.
He said it, guys.
He did. He said it. So, I'm telling you though. Think about it. Same with Detroit. That mid hill. If you're just gonna play pure sit in the hill and try and rack up time.
The thing about that middle hill is that you're just going to guess, because honestly, they could just jump over you.
They could
get to any spot on that hill whenever they can.
But then surely trying to insta-react to a shotgun would be better than the ASM-1.
Because you got to hit every single shot with the ASM-1.
Right.
You can just spray a shotgun and just go boom.
Yeah, we're changing the game, guys. I don't think you understand. You're going to go play 8s later on. Someone's going to have a shotgun mid-hill Detroit, and you're going to be like,
Pro players, if you're watching this right now, TAC 19, hardwired.
Oh, I was going to
overclock. Run straight to the hill, double jump, get inside the hill, flak jacket, there you go.
I'm going to show you.
Really?
I'm not going to say the stream, but that right there.
No.
Yes, 100%.
See, I always liked that gun in the beginning of the game.
That's
the
most powerful assault rifle in the game right now.
No.
Yeah.
You lied.
I 100% promise you.
If that's the truth, then Proof's going to be the best player in the game.
I 100% think he could be.
Proof could be the best player. He could just pop up 3 pieces.
I'm telling you right now.
Remember COD Champs, Black Ops 2?
Hey.
What was the gun called?
The
FAL, the FAL.
The FAL.
He was sitting at the bottom raid. Pop, 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 pop.
Anyway. We digress. Try it when you get home.
Moving on. Detroit uplink, game 3.
Oh, have they started that game too? They have. Yo, Rise won the first round!
I told you, man. Search and Destroy is a turning point in the series.
I mean, after you get 50-point clubbed. Oh, no, sorry.
Didn't we see that in Black Ops 2 when Epsilon did that to Impact? They beat them like 250 to 100 or something.
They 100-point club, the best hardpoint team in the game.
On both the hardpoints, I think they did it. But they did
100. They won the second hardpoint, but it was to a lot closer. It was like 250 to 210.
So just because you blow out a team in the first map doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the entire series. You got to take a
True,
map
but
by
it
map.
has to be a momentum swing, though. Like, you have to go into the second map thinking, yo, these noobs suck. Like, we just destroyed these fools. I mean, that's how I would feel, at least. Just because. That's the kind of person I am.
Depends, man. It really depends. I mean, if I'm the team that's getting a 100-point club, I'm just going to brush it off. Most of the time.
Though? All right, but how? Knowing that you just got, like, this.
Here's the thing, man. When you play online every day, a player like me, I'm a player who's going to point out a mistake. Whether I'm making it, whether my teammate's making it, I don't cherry coat things. I say it how it is. That's just how I am. If I see a player doing something wrong, I'm going to say something. I don't really care about the argument. When you have so many arguments online and you go through so many mistakes, when you get to that tournament, you're not thinking about the same mistakes that you made online. You're thinking, all right, if we're making more mistakes, I can't say anything because it's going to make us even worse. You went through so much aggravation online and so much time playing the game to get to this tournament. You're not thinking about all the mistakes that you made in the past. Right. You're thinking about what can I do now to help my team. So I think it's important. Go over your mistakes online. Go over all the things, even if your team gets mad at each other, just make sure you guys get on the same page. The best thing that happened to my team in Ghost was Karma just completely going crazy on me. Just completely went nuts. Said I wasn't getting on flags enough. He made a YouTube video about it.
It was funny as well because when you actually break down the video, you were like on the flag at the time. It was like priceless.
So I had the argument with him. He had the argument with me. We got on the same page, went to the event. We understood what we had to do, and it helped us. We won the event. Sometimes that's what you need to do as a team. So going through arguments, going through all that stuff. If you get 100-point clubbed in a hard point, there's nothing you can really say or do. You just got to put it behind you and focus on the next map.
Well, currently Rise are up 2-1 in that SME, so they managed to do just that. But this game number 3.
I feel like we're always watching Uplink Detroit.
Right.
I mean, I love this map, but too much of anything is no good. You know what I mean?
True. I'm a huge fan of watching comeback, but to play, I just can't do it. I don't know.
I don't like playing comeback uplink that much.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's not that much fun to play, to be honest.
I feel
like I always
stressful.
lose it. I'm always losing comeback uplink. I'm getting spawn trapped by Bowser the whole game with my ASM.
Right.
I can't do anything. I'm just getting shot across the map.
Especially when they have high advantage as well. It's like,
exactly.
Well, kind of a strange dynamic. But, moving on. Detroit on your screens. Currently Killer with a one-on-one start.
So this is a really good spot that Killer's in. I really like playing that window. I mean, we're just going to disregard what's happening. That's a really good power spot when you're trying to hold your base because everyone pushes up that middle street, that ambulance, and if you can just pick them off or even just delay so that your teammates like Killer right now, where the Spidey's in now, they can just pop out and shoot him in the side. It's a really good spot for your team. So Ricky's going to be taking the ball up the map.
He needs to get rid of this drone out of his hand. There you go. All right.
He misses the throw.
I mean, that wasn't exactly what I was thinking, Ricky, but you got rid of it, which is what counts. I feel like too many players disregard the fact that you can drop the drone in front of you and pull out your gun. And you have a good chunk of time to pick up one, like if it's just a 1v1, right? Say you're pushing school on good side, and you know there's one player there. You can put the drone on the floor, pull out your gun, and win the gunfight. You don't have to make a play with the drone.
Wouldn't it be cool if Sledgehammer initiated a thing where you have the drone and you could just literally drop the drone? Just drop it.
Just bang.
Instead of throwing it, because when you throw it, it just bounces all over the place, and then it's hard to pick it up sometimes. So
I think one of the funniest things I've seen is someone play the drone against the wall,
and it bounces
back, hits them, and they pull out the thing again.
I think it'd be really cool if you had an option to just completely drop it where you're standing, so that you could just pull out your gun right away. I think it would change.
But
the
then as soon as you
bit.
move, though, you pick it up, which is the issue.
No, if they made it so that you have to like move off the ball and then move back on the ball.
What about if you had to push like LB to pick it up?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Then
Why not?
that kind of Then you could like
so that you don't have accidental plays where you're picking up the ball,
right?
And you can't throw the ball at the other guy so that they pick it up when they're shooting at you. I don't think that's too fair. I don't know. What do you think about that?
It looks good. From a caster's perspective, when you see that, you're
cool,
like, ah, no, that just happened.
He just got played,
but
son.
From like a player's perspective, I imagine that is the most annoying thing that could ever happen.
The worst is when the ball guy is the last one alive and you're in a 1v1 and you're shooting at him and he dashes 50 feet across the map and just punches you and then scores a point. And then your teammates look at you like, dude, come on, man, you got to get that shot. You're like, man, I tried. I don't know what to say.
I put shots in him. He just didn't die.
I mean, I missed, I guess.
I missed, I guess. Oh, that was a big defensive play. Miracles to the kill, and that drone will be reset. Did you see at regionals? Have you seen the clip of OpTic Nation versus Envy, Detroit Uplink?
About Killa, it went crazy, right?
Right.
I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Oh, dude, it was ridiculous. TP and Miracles made what could arguably be one of the best uplink plays you've ever seen for Tyler.
Yeah,
it
really?
was insane. Yeah, they had like 15 seconds to get another 2-point play to win the map, and rather than passing the ball, Miracles threw it, and he threw it kind of from mid-atlas on bad side to like bounce on glass. And TP dashed to the right, looking at apparently only his minimap to guess where the drone was going to go, picked up the drone and scored 2 points. Sickest thing ever.
With like 0.1 second left?
Yeah. And Killer's face is like, he doesn't... That meme, I'm sure you've seen it. He genuinely did not know if he'd won or lost it. He had no idea at that point. It was insane. It was so cool. Anyway, 3-1.
See, there was also another play in our series when we played Rise. It was the Uplink Biolab, and we actually qualified on this map. I was outside of the portal at the Green Hill where the A bomb site is in Search and Destroy. Right. And Proof was coming from ice with the drone. He bounced it off the little like crate, and it bounced into my hands, and I jumped up and I scored it. But the casters didn't catch that. Proof was going nuts about it. He wouldn't stop talking about how it's like, dude, I think I'm gonna bounce it off this wall, and it's gonna go in your hands. Dude, I bounced off the wall and went in your hands and scored. Let's go. He was going crazy.
That's awesome.
It'd be really cool to see more players, being more creative with the ball. I think it would make Uplink even more entertaining than what it is right now to watch.
I agree, 100%. Because you don't really see too many players utilize the pass feature. I feel since when the game first came out,
I thought it was so much more fun to watch when you could pass it across the map.
It was ridiculous.
I really enjoyed playing it too, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, because here's the thing. You know that teams can pass it across the map, so you play so that they can't do that. So when it does happen, like, it's expected. You already understand it's going to happen. But when you're the team that passes it across the map and you score, like, I remember playing TK and we're in the losers bracket, and it was a really close game up until, like, the last 2 minutes. And then it was on this map. I was where Boza was just passing the ball to A2, getting 3 pieces, scoring it, passing it again, and it was just a lot of fun to play.
Dude, that passing was insane. The only problem was, like, especially when Riot was still in the rotation at the very beginning of the game.
Riot Uplink?
Yeah, at the very, very start of the game. You could double jump from both sides of, like,
and
outside
throw it across the map? Really?
Yeah, I saw Nameless do it, and I was like, bro, that's gonna be.
I remember watching him do that on Green Band in a private match.
Yeah, I
remember seeing that.
Dude,
that was crazy.
Green Band is such a fun map, though. It reminds me a lot of Detroit. I don't get why people don't like it. I get
Green Band in Detroit. You mean High Rise?
Oh, sorry, High Rise.
High Rise, right?
Yeah. It reminds me so much of that, just because it's. I don't know. I feel like it's fun when you watch a player like fail his double jump and he falls off the map and dies. It's the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I just like it. I think any map like that, which genuinely gives you a good laugh, is a good map.
I wish that they increased the passing in Uplink even a little bit more, because after they nerfed it so much that it wasn't even like worth it to pass it, they buffed it. So now passing it's still a little bit better, but one thing you don't really see too much is alley-oop dunks. Alley-oop dunks were the best. When you pass it as they're jumping on the thing, it was the coolest thing in the world. So you can't really see that as much because the passing distance, it's a good amount, but it's not as far as it could be. So I think
how much further would you? Like, just a little bit.
I'd say like you take how much. Let's say you could pass it for 20 yards, right?
Okay.
I'd say you let him pass it for another 8 yards. I think that'd be fair.
That makes sense. Then you could maybe see a few more alley-oops. TJ just kind of picked up that drone.
TJ has some of the best movement in the game.
Dude, he's one of the only players He's one of the only players who I've seen able to double jump and straight to the left and right in that same motion. I saw Karma do it once, I think, and that's it. And if you remember that crazy play where he gets that interception on...
He like double jumped up and dashed to the left.
Dash to the left.
Or the right or something.
It was, yeah, his left.
Our
and
right.
then he dashed to the right afterwards.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was insane. I don't... Oh, it's just so cool to watch. Like, that's the thing about this game. It is genuinely fun to watch just because of all the crazy things you can see players do. And the player masters movement, that's just awesome to see.
And this is a question that's going to be asked a lot in the next coming months. Do you think exosuits will be in the next Call of Duty?
100% yes.
Really?
Yes. I think it's such a big change, you can't go back. Like, and plus, no one is playing Classic mode. You know how this game has Classic mode in it? If you look at the public players, people are liking exosuits that much, no one plays Classic.
Right.
So, in terms of the general population, which is what this game is made for, if they're enjoying it, chances are it's going to be the next one too.
That's interesting. I don't know. I really like the old school Call of Duty. I really like Treyarch Call of Duties. Black Ops 1. World at War was one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. I wish they could remaster that one.
I 100% agree until it started to get hacked. As soon as the hackers came in,
yeah, it was done. You can't play a game if it's all hacked.
Yeah, but it genuinely was fun. My favorite gun was the pizza gun. I used to call it the pizza gun, the DP-28, was it? The big circular ammo thing on top of it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I called it the pizza gun.
It was the ugliest gun in the game.
It was, but I used to use it in GBs all the time.
Carbine, Thompson,
people.
MP40.
Yes.
What was the last
Glory
machine
days,
gun you
man.
get in that game?
The MP40.
PPSH.
Oh, the PP. Oh, the big
That gun was
drum
dirty.
gun. Yeah.
It had like no recoil either. It was sick.
It was like a Scorpion up close and like anything decent at range. It was crazy. I don't know. God, imagine if they remade that game.
It would be great.
Dude, I would be 100%
Maybe
down.
it's the memories. Maybe it's looking back at the game and think it's so good. Because like, what if we look back at Advanced Warfare in 3 years, like, man, that game was amazing.
You remember the movement.
And then we're playing it right now and we take it for granted.
Yeah.
I think that's how life is. You take things for granted in the moment, then when you look back at it, you appreciate it a little bit more. But going back into the game, 2.5 minutes left. It looks like eLevate's up 5-3. They were up 2 on the beginning of the game, and now they're up 5-3. 2 minutes left. This is still anyone's game. TJ's going to be slaying middle map with his bow, picking up 2, make that 3, getting the 3rd kill on Ricky. Could he get the 4th? No, he put shots in the kill across the map. He's going to be 1 shot, pushing up the map. He's doing a really good job slaying for his team as Slacked is going to be able to get the drone.
Miracles killed Killer there in that kill feed with a nade. That's unfortunate. Maybe could have been able to put up bigger defense, but ultimately another 2-point play goes in. 7-3. Minute 56 left. Gotta say, this is looking good for your prediction of eLevate.
Yeah, it looks like they could go up 2-1 in the series. It looks like both players are fighting for the drone right there, and TJ's going to miss the knife, and Spacey's going to be taking out with the drone. So Slacked, he's got to go big, picks up the kill. Drone's going to be middle map. Big 2-piece by Slack. Make that 3 dead for OpTic Nation. Slack's going to stun out School. Look at that. That player just spawned right in School. Look at that.
It's almost as if he knew that too.
It's because Slack blocked the back green spawn, I think.
Oh, Ricky.
In that situation.
No, Ricky didn't get it. The 2-point play the other side, I was watching from his perspective, but Ricky falls just before. And with a minute and a half, that would have been so
Benson,
big.
look at the score right now. It says 7-3 with a minute and 15 seconds left. You'll think, hey, eLevate, they're going to win this game, no problem.
Yeah, I don't
OpTic
know.
Nation gets 1 score, make it 7-5. Minute left in the game, anything can happen. So the score is a little bit deceiving. It looks as if eLevate easily is going to win this game. All they needed to do is play the 15. But like I said before with FaZe, they could just flip the switch, OpTic Nation, get a couple of kills.
I don't want to see him play the drone. You see, I disagree with that.
Why?
I think he should have waited a couple of more seconds. He had his teammate controlling mid-map. If you're going to play the drone, wait until you're under actual pressure to play the drone.
Right.
Because that could be, what, another 5 seconds?
And that's really frustrating being the opposite team. You're pushing them out, you're getting the
Exactly.
kills. And
then
right as you're about to kill him, he just throws the drone on top of the map.
That drone will be coming back into play. 38 seconds. OpTic Nation need to go for 2-point plays.
This is a done game now.
Yeah, Spacey's going to play it. That's over. Nice plays from eLevate. So they go 2-1 up in the series. Meanwhile, looking over at your screen. Oh, that's around 11. Dude. You should
5-5
full screen
SD.
that. Full
Can we
screen
do that really quick?
Full screen that real quick.
Boom,
Ron,
boom, 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 boom.
change it. Do your producing. Oh, Ron's on point, baby girl. You go, Ron. You do you. 5-5. Who wins this round? Quickly, just give me a prediction.
Rise.
Yo, you're a Rise fan, huh?
Because Rise wins this, you give me ice cream.
Yeah, that's true. Bombs planted.
Uh-oh, this isn't good.
That's a B too. It looks like a. I want to say a 3v3. It could be a 3v4. There's only 2 other blue arrows from Chino's perspective. This could be anything right now that we don't
I
know.
honestly have no idea, but Chino needs to start preying. Why is he looking over there? Chino had to look in the
Yo,
back.
this could be a 1v3 as well. Karma's the only person that I've seen on the map.
2v1. Scump's the last guy. 1 versus 1. Legal versus Scump. Legal,
Scumpy
no!
gets a kill!
Scumpy gets a kill.
Oh, no.
This is exactly what we were talking about before. Benson with Scump when he clutched that 1 versus 2 on Terrace. Scump picking up the huge kill on Legal. It all comes down to centering. If you look back, Legal, really, he was just looking around the map trying to find Scump. He wasn't ready for the gunfight. It didn't seem like Legal was ready to kill Scump. He looked like he was just trying to find him and then hopefully getting the kill. Whereas Scump was already prepared for the gunfight, ready for it, and he just outshot him. So big plays by Scump.
So, OpTic Gaming 2-0 in their semifinal. eLevate 2-1 in their semifinal, I believe.
Okay,
it was
so
supposed
Benson,
to be Biolab at CTF, right?
I'm guessing they're changing it because they don't want to play Biolab CTF. Biolab CTF isn't in the rotation, right? Or is it? Didn't they take it out and they put it back in? I'm pretty sure
you'd have to check.
They took Drift.
They took Drift came in and then it got immediately taken.
But then they took Drift,
out.
capture the flag out immediately.
It's in for S&D and replace it with Recovery.
And then Biolab CTF is still in the rotation, I believe.
As of right now, yes.
As of right now. What if they just change it the last day, right before Champs? Like, what if we're flying into Champs? Hey, we're taking out Biolab CTF. Who knows, man?
Crazier things could happen. What have you got there and you're like, oh, by the way, Green Band is in the rotation. And
that would be a little bit messed up. That would be a little bit too messed up, guys.
That would be funny, though. That's for sure. Anyway, quick commercial break. When we return, we'll have game number 4 of this and potentially a game number 3 of OG vs. Rising.
You're going to owe me some ice cream, Benson.
No, it's not happening. You owe me ice cream.